So students, our third type is skeletal tissue. It is also called as supportive connective tissue. Now see, you can see its types here. First is bone and second is cartilage. Now students, see here bone. Already you have seen bones, and bones, it makes a structural framework of our body. So these are strong, rigid and non-flexible tissue. You cannot bend your bones. Okay. Fluid filled lacunae contains bone cells, and these bone cells, they are known as osteocytes. So the fluid filled lacunae in the matrix of bone, they contain some special cells, bone cells. These are known as osteocytes. Oesteocytes. Students, it is very important, osteocytes. So these bone cells or these osteocytes, they are supplied with nerves and blood vessels. Means blood vessels and nerves, they are present in these osteocytes or bone cells. Now these bones, you all know, bones form a supportive framework to body. Just because of our skeleton, which is made up of bone, we are able to move, we are able to stand. So it is forming a supportive framework to body. Now other thing is, these protects internal organ from injury. So these bones, which is a type of skeletal tissue, they protects our internal organs. Like you have seen ribs, these are protecting our heart, as well as these are protecting our lungs. Now bone marrow, which is present in bone, it helps in formation of red blood cells as well as white blood cells. So you all know why these red blood cells and white blood cells, they are known as important components, because red blood cells, you all know, it contains a pigment which is hemoglobin, and it helps in transportation of oxygen. As well as this hemoglobin, what it is doing, it is providing red color to blood. And white blood cells, you all know, white blood cells, they protect our body from infections. So second type of skeletal tissue is cartilage. Now students, see cartilage, it is a little bit hard and it is flexible connective tissue. Now the fluid filled lacunae contains cells called chondrocytes. Again, this point is very important. The cells which are present in this cartilage, they are known as chondrocytes. Now where these cartilage are present, they occurs at the end of long bones. The bones which are long, at the end of these bones you can find these cartilages. Now see what they do, they absorb shocks. They provides flexibility to body parts. You can find these cartilages at the end of your nose, tip of ear. Now the fourth type is fluid connective tissue. Now as the name suggests, fluid means a liquidy part. It is a mobile connective tissue and is called vascular tissue. Now students, it is a mobile connective tissue. Mobile means which shows movement, and it is also known as vascular tissue. Now further, fluid connective tissue is of two types. First is blood and second is lymph. Now about blood, I have already told you, red colored fluid tissue which flows in entire body. Liquid matrix of blood is called plasma. Now what are different components of bloods? Red blood cells, white blood cells and blood platelets. Now see, red blood cells, which is also known as erythrocytes, what they do, they helps in transport of oxygen. White blood cells, they are also known as leukocytes. They helps in protection of body from infections. And third one is blood platelets, very important component of blood, which helps in clotting of blood. If this component is not there, then there will be no clotting while we get injured, and there will be continuous loss of blood from the body and a person may die. Now you can see here functions of blood. Some functions I have written here. It helps in transportation of substances in the body. Second is it helps in production of antibodies. Now students, see term antibodies. These are the substances which helps to fight with unknown foreign particles which are known as antigens or pathogens. Clotting of blood. So already I have told you this blood platelet, that is component of blood, it helps in clotting of blood. Now why clotting of blood is important? Because if clotting will not be there, then there will be continuous loss of blood from the body and the person will die. One important point is here, this blood, it helps in maintenance of body temperature. So it continuously or regularly maintains the temperature of the body. Second component you can see here, fluid connective tissues. Second component is lymph. Now see this lymph, it is a pale yellow colored fluid tissue. It is a little bit pale yellow colored fluid tissue. Now you can see here it lacks erythrocytes, that is RBC, and blood platelets, means erythrocytes, red blood cells, and blood platelets, they are not present in lymph. So lymph is also known as blood without RBC. Now see what is the function of lymph. It carries secretion and materials into the blood from different tissues or to different tissues from the blood. Second thing is, as it contains white blood cells, it helps in trapping of microbes and it destroys them. So it protects our body from infection. Now student, fifth type is dense regular tissue. Dense regular tissue, it comprises of closely packed cells and elastic fibers. So the cells are closely packed. Two main types are tendon and ligament. Now see here, these tendons, they are white fibrous tissue made of collagen. So these are the white fibrous tissue which are made up of a substance, chemical substance, which is known as collagen. Now what is the function of this tendon? It joins muscle with bone. Second component of dense regular tissue is ligament. Now see these ligaments, they are stronger and they are much more flexible tissue. And these ligaments, they join two bones at the joint. Now if two bones are there, here ligament comes into action and it joins them. So students, in our next topic we are going to discuss muscular tissue, and for today your homework is you will learn the flowchart which I have shown you during the starting of the topic, and second thing is you have to learn connective tissue and its various types. Thank you.